I'd like to do first is to get everyone to have an experience right here, right now, of what we're going to be talking about in just a second. So it has a lot to do with rhythm and music and harmony and all that, but I just want to go with clapping. So I want everyone to start clapping. Get the energy going. Let's get a little faster. Just feel it slow. Get the body opened up. Let's get a little noise going. Woo! And two. All right. All right, thank you. Doesn't that feel good? I know I feel a lot better from that.
I definitely felt a lot of work in my thyroid area, my right jaw, and my left foot that I've been waking up with basically it being a crippled foot.
Definitely some like tingling in like the third eye area.
I think when you put on the oil, like I calm down.
I feel amazing. I've taken so many deep breaths.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. We have, we're live. Synergy Solutions. Every Wednesday, 12 noon, we go into the quantum realm of our reality. And I have, of course, the doctors here. And let me see if we can get everything centered in the right spots. But I would say, we've been having a fun conversation. I like to venture on the edge of the topics of what's accepted as normal. But we're talking about intention today, and I don't know if I changed the title. I apologize. I got I distracted myself as it goes. And so that being said, welcome aboard, everybody. I'm getting the chat up. So if you're seeing this, please share, please like, please comment if you've been here before. And so today's conversation, intention. So Sasha, I sent you the link earlier. Did you read any of it yet, or the abstract?
Oh, no, I haven't had the chance.
Oh, it's delightful. I'm going to post that here in just a few moments. I'll definitely post it in the members area within Facebook, and I'll do that here in just a moment.
I'll definitely look at it.
Yeah.
I'll look at it.
Well, we're gonna go over it right now. In fact, because it has so many things packed into a short, like 2 paragraphs. That it will feed my philosophical brain for years to come, and so I delight in that. Mm-hmm. So it's titled, and I'm going to bring it up for the audience at home, and then I'll pull it up for the doctors. There's a couple things I have to switch around. Excuse me. And here we are there, and we go there. Okay. So I found it on a search for a term, kind of accidentally, but here we are. It's always the best. And it's titled Evidence About the Power of Intention. And the abstract is pretty cool. So let me zoom in, make it a little easier for everyone to observe. Right there. I don't know how that is to read. I apologize if it's crazy. Intention is defined as a directed thought to perform a determined action. Thoughts targeted to an end can affect inanimate objects and practically all living things, from unicellular organisms to human beings. That means all life is somehow interconnected, and I believe it's called the law of I'll skip that part for a moment. So now here we go. The emission of light. Let me find it here. The emission of light particles, also known as biophotons, seems to be the mechanism through which an intention produces its effects. It's really cool right here. The emission of light particles. So biophotons. And then when you do a search term of that word, biophoton, well, then you get all kinds of other things. Here it is. Excuse me. Too many tabs. Biophotons are photons of light in the ultraviolet and low visible light range that are produced by a biological system. All right, so that means basically all living things produce these these particles, these packets of light, emissions of light. So all of the organisms emit a constant current of photons as a means to direct instantaneous non-local signals from one part of the body to another and to the outside world. This means a direct, instantaneous, non-local. Non-local means anywhere in the world, anywhere in the universe. That's what Einstein called spooky action at a distance.
Mhm.
Isn't that cool?
Mhm.
Biophotons are stored in the intracellular DNA. That's the stuff that as I've come to know, and maybe correct me, doctors, if I'm wrong, this is the stuff that scientists threw away in the trash when they're studying genetics and things.
Mhm.
The intracellular DNA. So stuff inside. There's like all fluids and things that they didn't include in some of the studies. So anyway, maybe I'm incorrect. Maybe anyone who's watching this, please let me know what your thoughts are on that. So when the organism is sick, changes in biophoton emissions are produced. And so that whole sentence right there, the conversation, what is sick and what is wellness, that's a deep conversation in itself. And so I'm going to invite everyone to open their mind in what they believe the definition of sick really is. Let's pause right there for a second.
Yeah.
Defining sickness. George, fire away on that.
Yeah, for years I've been saying there's a difference between sick and symptomatic. Sick is what you are when you're subluxated. Your body doesn't know what it's doing. It means less light too. Something about biophotons, I would imagine.
Well, that is a beautiful thing because another interpretation of the word subluxation was sublux at ion, at the ionic level. So these biophotons are, I would believe, at the ionic level. See if I'm breaking up. We're having some hurricane problems in the Northeast here. And so at the ionic level, subluxation, and I'll pull that word up for everybody, at ion. So if there's less light, less life. Sasha or Vesna, would you like to add, raise your hand, add something to a plain description of a different way of looking at being sick, or what sickness is?
I'll try something.
Yeah, Sasha, please. Thank you.
Sickness, the absence of wellness.
Absent. I'm texting this in one of the chats. Right there.
Just on the top of my head, you know.
Absolutely. And so let's go ahead, George.
I was asking what is wellness then?
Well, so now we're having a good conversation.
Sickness.
Sickness, right? It's abstract, right? It's an abstract concept, though I think we can measure it in quality of life, and that's how we start measuring wellness factors and functionality and whatnot. Oh boy, it gets fun out there. So let's go back to that article. Docs, let me get you back in there. And here we go. So our intentions, where were we? They were going to say, so direct intention manifests itself as an electric and magnetic energy producing an ordered flux of photons. So it's like a wave and up and down. Our intentions seem to operate as highly coherent frequencies capable of changing the molecular structure of matter. For the intention to be effective, it is necessary to choose the appropriate time. In fact, living beings are mutually synchronized into the earth and its constant changes of magnetic energy. To me, excuse me, oh my goodness. To me, that's an extremely powerful statement. I'm gonna bring the doctors back. I messed up. 1 second, everybody. Bring the doctors back in the right spot. Right there, boom. Okay. This has been, I read that line this morning and I about fell off my chair because it's the environment. Our environment produces these openings and closings. And I wanted to pull up like this movie clip from like Raiders of the Lost Ark and Indiana Jones, where how he gets through to the golden prize at the end. He has to time everything and all his movements perfectly. And so when we're talking about these universal energetics, there's an effect from the outside world, and our intention interacts with that. And our intention, I dare say, is bound to our beliefs about what is capable in reality. That's some food for thought. So that being said, we're talking about intention. This is your first time here joining in with the conversation of Synergy Solutions. We go live every week. We talk about the world of quantum. We talk about the world of healing. We talk about the world of how the human body functions with life, and how we then go here in the next few moments in the next phase where we're going to close things down publicly. We're going to go to the private members area. Though we do a remote healing with each of the doctors that join in, we collectively work on fine-tuning the energy in the field, the biofield, the energetic matrix around you, to fine-tune it so you can express your life to your optimal degree. And we have conversations to expand our knowledge of what that is and how that works. And each of these doctors here are the mental cosmonaut. And excuse me if you don't like that term, but I like to explore the mental realm and how it affects the physical. We all study neurology and functional movement and all kinds of fun things that associate with that. And at the end of the day, if I may add, it's all about being able to live and move well in this world, and at a higher degree, some other things. So, anything else before we move forward, docs? You want to comment on intention? We didn't dive. There's more to that definition. I'm going to drop the link as many places as I can before we go. But docs, do you got any thoughts on intention? It seems to be a powerful component to how we interact with life. Dr. George, thoughts?
Well, the intention that popped in my head today was for people to know themselves as the infinite. Let's go right to the top. Or beyond the infinite. I just read about that today. But we'll start with know yourself as the infinite.
Wow.
What could go wrong?
Excuse me, everybody. Knowing yourself beyond the infinite. Well, and now we're in these realms that is, to me, only the conversation of what is to be divine, and we have access to that we're expressions of that. It's gracious. I apologize, everybody. I tell everyone to turn off their phones and everything when they're going live, and this person knows I'm live right now. That's funny. So anyway, with that being said, let's move on. I'm going to say goodbye to everyone out in the internet world in a little corner here. And for access to the members area and more content and more details about what's going on, synergysolutionsessions.com. You'll see that scrolling along the bottom there. And otherwise, have a beautiful day. We'll see you next Wednesday. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
So what I'd like to do first is to get everyone to have an experience right here, right now, of what we're going to be talking about in just a second. So it has a lot to do with rhythm and music and harmony and all that, but I just want to go with clapping. So I want everyone to start clapping. Get the energy going. Let's go a little faster. Just feel it flow, feel the flow. Get the body opened up. Let's get a little noise going. Woo! ASD! All right. All right, thank you. Doesn't that feel good? I know I feel a lot better from that.
I definitely felt a lot of work in my thyroid area, my right jaw, and my left foot that I've been waking up with basically it being a crippled foot.
Definitely some like tingling in like the third eye area.
I think when you put on the oil, like I calm down.
I feel amazing. I've taken so many deep breaths